everyone, it's Hungry Masha. When we travel, we want to try delicious local food, and better if it's affordable. 2 months ago, I made a video about the best goulash in Budapest, and the goulash from this video was between 7 and 12 euro. I decided to make a second edition of this review, but this time I included the restaurants where the goulash costs 5 euro maximum. I will assess the taste, the price and the size of the portion, and in the end I will reveal which affordable goulash is the best in Budapest. Are you ready? Let's go!
Go, 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 go.
Before I start reviewing the restaurants, I want to make a small but important remark. I was very optimistic about the goulash prices in Budapest, and I thought that it would be easy to find at least 5 restaurants where the goulash costs 5 euro maximum. But it was not. The price of goulash is mainly between 7 and 10 euro, and in some restaurants it's even more than 10 euro. I was reviewing the restaurants that are located in the center, close to touristy attractions, so probably in less touristy neighborhoods the price will be lower. While doing my research, I discovered that the price for goulash is often higher than the prices for other soups. Some meat soup can be cheaper than goulash. Also, goulash is also a meat soup, and it doesn't include any expensive ingredients. But basically, goulash is a souvenir, and it's sold for touristy prices. Another problem that I encountered is that the prices on some restaurants' websites were not relevant. I found a few restaurants where the price of goulash was 5 euro or less, but when I came there, the actual prices were 20 or even 30% higher. I think the reason for that is that the restaurants in Budapest increase prices so often and so fast that they don't even bother to change the prices on their websites. So don't be surprised if you come into a restaurant and the prices are higher than you saw online. After this short introduction, we can start the review of 5 restaurants where goulash costs 5 euro or less. Let's go. Now we are going to Turer Restaurant. It's located in the 5th district, not far from the Liberty Square and the Parliament. They make traditional Hungarian dishes. The prices are quite affordable, and there are many good reviews on TripAdvisor and Google. But recently there are complaints about the service, so we will check it. The restaurant is located in Holt Street. On your way there, you can see the amazing building of the Postal Savings Bank. The street is quite empty and quiet, despite the fact that it's located in a touristy area. That's Turer Restaurant. We came quite late for lunch, but early for dinner. The perfect time to make a review because I don't like when there are too many people. The interior of the restaurant is very simple and traditional. A cup of goulash costs 1,340 forint or 3.4 euro. A bowl costs 2,220 forint or 5.8 euro. I will order a cup because a bowl is already more than 5 euro. The food was served quickly, the portion looked very small, luckily I had lunch earlier. By the way, I went to the restaurant with my husband who ordered a proper meal, pork chops with lecho and Hungarian pasta. For such a small portion of goulash, there were quite a lot of vegetables, enough meat and homemade noodles. I give 5 points for the taste, 3 points for the size of the portion and 5 points for the price. It got dark while we were having our late lunch. About the restaurant, it was very good. I am very satisfied, the service was friendly, we have no complaints. The goulash was very hearty and filling, so the portion was small, but it was enough for me. So in general, we can recommend Turer Restaurant for goulash and other Hungarian dishes. It's snowing in Budapest today, which is very rare. You can see a lot of snow. And I want to get a nice bowl of hot goulash. I hope to find it in Turer Restaurant, where I'm going now. Turer Restaurant is located in Yokai Street in the 6th district, between Octagon and Nugati train station. They accept only cash. Probably this paper has been on the door for a while because I read in Google reviews about it. The interior is very simple, looks more like a canteen. But what is more important for us is the goulash. It was served in a traditional metal bowl. Quite a big portion, probably 2 times bigger than in Turer Restaurant. There were enough vegetables, enough meat. The broth was rich. I give 5 points for all the 3 criteria. It started raining while I was in the restaurant, but I'm still in a good mood because the goulash was fantastic. The portion was very big, just for €5. It was enough as the main dish, and actually in Hungary goulash is eaten as the main dish. The waitress was very nice and friendly. She spoke very well English, despite the fact that the customers were mainly Hungarians. So I would definitely recommend Turer Restaurant for affordable and very tasty goulash. We are in Radai Street in the 9th district. It's a restaurant street. There are Italian, Hungarian, Georgian restaurants. But we are going to Paprika Yanchi restaurant, which is supposed to have goulash for €5. I hope that the price corresponds to what I saw online. That's Paprika Yanchi restaurant. You can see a lot of paprika from outside. They have a menu outside. Let's check it. Hungarian goulash with beef and homemade pasta costs 1,900 forint or €5. That corresponds to what I saw online. I give 4 points for the price because the price is at my upper price limit of €5. The interior is more modern than in the previous restaurants, but there are traditional Hungarian elements. The goulash was served in approximately 10 minutes. I really like the texture. The soup is very thick. There are a lot of vegetables and a lot of meat. The size of the portion is not too small. It's bigger than in Turer Restaurant, but smaller than in Karchi. So I give 4 points. The taste is very rich. Enough spices. 5 points for the taste. I didn't expect much from Paprika Restaurant because I thought that it was too touristy, but I was positively surprised. The goulash was very good. There was a lot of meat, it was well spiced, and despite the fact that I took a small portion for €5, it was enough for lunch. So we are in the 7th district of Budapest, and we are going to a place called Droom Goulash and Goulash Bar. If you want to know where to eat langosh in Budapest, watch my video about street food. Droom has many reviews on TripAdvisor, both good ones and bad ones, so I decided to check myself. Droom is located in Dob Street. There are many restaurants and bars in this street. They have a menu outside. Easy to check the prices. There are 3 types of goulash, all for 1,794 or €4.7. I give 5 points for the price. There are also different set menus for 4,394 that include soup, main dish and dessert. You can get classic goulash, bean goulash and goulash and bread. I got classic goulash. It was served very quickly, 2-3 minutes after I ordered. The first thing I noticed is that there were more broth and less vegetables and meat in this goulash. There was also some oily film on the surface, but the taste was not bad. It was not too salty, enough spices. I will give 4 points for the taste. The portion was quite big. According to the menu, it's half a liter, so it deserves 5 points. Compared to the other goulash I had in this video and in my previous video, this one was less tasty, there was less meat, less spices, and there was some oil film on top of the soup, which I did not like very much, but still I can't say that it was bad. The portion was quite big, the price was good, so I think you won't regret if you try goulash in Droom Cafe. And the last restaurant that I included on my list, I already reviewed in details in my video about top 5 goulash in Budapest. It's Turer Restaurant located near the Central Market. Big portion of goulash in this restaurant costs 1,800 forint or €4.7. Small portion €2.7. I did not go here for the second time because for the last time I was in Turer Restaurant just 2 months ago. The portion was quite big, roughly the same as in Karchi restaurant, so 5 points for the size of the portion. The taste was very good, there were a lot of vegetables and meat. And I especially liked the fact that they offer paprika paste that you can add into your soup if you want it spicier. That's the only restaurant from this list that offers it. I give 5 points for the taste. For the price I give 5 points as well, it's quite low for such a tasty and big goulash. You can see my final rating on the screen. Karchi and Turer restaurants share the first place. They have very tasty and big portions of goulash for an affordable price. Paprika Yanchi has one of the most delicious goulash, but the price is higher, especially if you get a big portion. The curry is quite good, but the portion was very small. And the Droom was behind all the other restaurants in terms of taste. My main conclusion is that Budapest is becoming more and more like Western Europe in terms of restaurant prices. When I came here for the first time in 2015, it was easy to find a dish for €5. Now it's almost impossible. If you want to know where to get good and affordable food in Budapest, subscribe to my channel and press the like button. Thank you for watching us and see you soon.